Hey Megamaniacs, you got Mr. MegaManFan here with another product review, unboxing and testing a TurboGrafx style wireless controller from 8BitDo or 8BitDo, whichever way you prefer to say it. First of all, I want to thank Michelle from the TurboGrafx and PC Engine forum. She was the one who alerted me that Amazon had dropped the price, and I already had one for my TurboGrafx Mini, but these controllers are also compatible with Nintendo Switch, so today, that's the functionality I will be testing. It's a 2.4 GHz wireless gamepad for PC Engine Mini, TurboGrafx Mini, and Nintendo Switch, possibly even for PC too, although that's not listed, but it does come with a USB receiver, so I'd have to think it's at least possible, but I know the USB receiver is designed to work with Nintendo Switch, if nothing else. There are a couple of caveats about that I will go over and explain when we get to the actual product testing. But first, let's get this thing out of the box and make sure that I got what I paid for. Flip it over and we see a nice TurboGrafx 16 style controller in the tray. It looks good. It feels good in the hand. It's a little cold because it just came off an Amazon truck, but the plastic feels right despite the coldness. The buttons, the surface of the buttons, the D-pad, all feel the same as the other one that I had, which was, if I'm not mistaken, the Core Graphics style. That was the cheapest one at the time, but now the TurboGrafx one is actually cheaper. It was only $15 plus tax and shipping, whatever applicable fees were added. They give you a charging cord as well. Small, but not unbelievably small. It's long enough to reach from the floor to wherever you set the controller down while it's charging. And there's the receiver that you plug into the USB port of your docked Nintendo Switch. Obviously, that would be a problem if you were using a Switch Lite, so can't really recommend it for that purpose. Now I'll put the tray back in the box, and we'll get down to the business of testing this thing out. So I've got my Nintendo Switch powered on and the USB receiver in my hand, and the manual says that you plug it into the USB port on your Switch dock and it will start blinking blue, and then you press the home button on the controller, and when it stops blinking blue and both are synced up, you are good to go. And it didn't take long at all, but it wasn't as easy as I thought. Now, there is something in the manual that I neglected to read, and if I'd read it, I would have understood why I wasn't getting any response from the controller on the first try. There's a setting that you have to go to in your Nintendo Switch under the controllers, and I will show it to you right now. See this right here where it says Pro Controller Wired Connection under Controllers and Sensors? You need to make sure this is turned on. If it's turned off, then it doesn't matter what you do, it's not going to actually let you use the controller to control your Nintendo Switch. You're also going to want to make sure that the 8BitDo controller is the primary controller. If you were using a Switch Pro controller, go into your controller settings. You don't have to go into the system settings, just the controller settings, and repair the controllers. Pair the 8BitDo controller first and the Switch Pro controller second, so that you can control things with the 8BitDo controller as the primary. When you've done all of that, you're ready to experience the unique weirdness of playing Nintendo games in Switch Online with a TurboGrafx 16 controller. It's obviously not a real TurboGrafx controller, but it sure has the look and feel of one, which was the whole idea, because it was meant to be paired with the TurboGrafx Mini. So enjoy playing Super Mario Bros. With a TurboGrafx controller. Once you get used to that idea, it's quite fun. And it works in other games as well. I can use it in Super Mario 35, and that's even stranger still, controlling a Nintendo exclusive Nintendo Switch Online service game with a TurboGrafx style controller. Honestly, it'll work with just about any 8 or 16-bit retro game on the Switch. Got the Sonic the Hedgehog remaster from M2? Yep, it works with that too. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Thanks for watching.